Above here, black has 3 stones. The middle one is played on the second line, while the 2 on either side are on the third line. With this formation, black only encloses a tiny strip of territory along the edge, resulting in very low efficiency. On the left side over here, black's 3 stones are all played on the third line. Clustering all stones on the third line also goes against Weiqi principles. The placement of our stones should be like the mountains and rivers in traditional Chinese paintings, scattered and well arranged, just as we perceive beauty aesthetically. Therefore, when placing stones, we should position the side stones on the third line and the middle one on the fourth line, forming a shape like a small hill. From a mathematical perspective, triangles are inherently stable. In summary, this formation is far superior to placing stones in a flat, uniform line. Thus, high-low coordination of stones is crucial in Weiqi. We must ensure the combined use of third line and fourth line. This not only effectively prevents the opponent from invading our territory, but also maintains the stability and offensiveness of the board layout. During the opening phase, stones are basically played on the sides and corners. On the sides, the key landing points are generally the third and fourth lines. The third line is usually called the low line, and the fourth line the high line. Although there is only a one-line difference between them, they lead to completely different outcomes. The high line prioritizes future influence over the center and is also known as the outer partition line. The low line focuses on the impact on enclosing territory now or in the future, so it can also be called the territory line. In the opening, we must pay attention to the coordinated use of high and low lines to maintain the balance of stones on the board. In many cases, the choice between high and low is not only determined by opening theories but also judged by intuition. The cultivation of this intuition requires both accumulated experience from actual games and a solid grasp of basic Weiqi principles. If it were black's turn to play here, and black wanted to enclose as much territory as possible along this side, where would be the best position to meet our requirements? First, we can see that the black stones on both the left and right sides are on the third line. To pursue both aesthetic beauty and geometric stability, it is the most appropriate for black to play on the fourth line. Black can place the stone directly on the fourth line, 3 spaces away from the black stones on both the left and right. Note that even with the 3-space gap, if white tries to invade, black's coordinated third and fourth line formation gives black the initiative, whether it wants to block white's escape toward the center or securely hold onto territory. Playing here is a good choice for black. In this formation, if it were black's turn to play, which of these 3 points, A, B, or C, would be the most suitable? If black plays at A, there would be no need for white to pair here. Black would already be compressing its own territory into a tiny area. What's more, this is the second line, a line we call the failure line. Unless under special circumstances, we should avoid playing on the second line. What if black plays at B? The formation would still be too flat if black hopes to build outer partition or expand toward the center in the future. Playing on the third line would not be a wise move. Having 3 or even 4 black stones all on the third line would be even more unfavorable for future development toward the center. Therefore, playing at point C on the fourth line is the best choice among the 3 options in this local position. If it were black's turn to play here, on the left side is the double guns Joseki. A Joseki widely learned by many players even before the AI area, and often the first one people study. Following this Joseki normally, black should make a 2-space extension on the third line here. However, we can see that black already has 2 stones on the third line on the right side. What's more, we need to consider the white might play a 2-space jump at A in the future, attempting to sail black's inside. Thus, black should not rigidly stick to playing on the third line here. Instead, black can play a nice move, forming ideal high-low coordination with the black stones on the right. If white tries to invade, black can respond with a diagonal attachment here. If white then plays a nice move toward the center, black can calmly push from behind toward the center. This would leave white's 2 stones in an awkward position, forcing white to spend extra move to reinforce them. Let's look at another scenario. Here, black has a worry-free corner formation on both left and right sides. Relatively speaking, the worry-free corner is a strong opening play, allowing black to confidently play on the 4th line. If white invades on the 3rd line here, black can respond with a nice move. If white then pushes from behind, black can directly hana on the outside. This would turn white's 2 stones into an isolated group, which would be very difficult to manage. If black had played on the 3rd line instead, white could cap the black stones to suppress them. If black then plays a nice move toward one side, white can take the opportunity to attach on the other side, compressing black's territory along the edge. From all these examples, we can see just how important high-low coordinations is in Weiqi.